everybody. Welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles. And the trailer may look familiar from yesterday's video. Truck sort of made real big progress on the skin today. It's going to be out real soon for all trucks, all the Peterbilt 379/389s. And this is on a 389 48 inch, I believe it is. Oh, no, that's not a 63. Yeah, so what's going on here is I made a big faux pas in yesterday's video and I want to set it straight today. I attempted to pick up a dynamic load with the Rudis hopper, and it didn't work at Polson, and it didn't work where we dropped off. And it wasn't because those sites don't support it from ATS Expansion, but as Recon reminded me after the fact and in a comment on the video, is that you can't have two different mod makers hoppers in the same profile because they all handle the task differently. And you know, I think Pizder was trying to get everybody on board with, you know, getting a common approach to it, and then you could have multiple mod hopper bottoms in the same profile. Now you can have it with the SCS hopper bottom, and so in this I've got a whole bunch of SCS, like every chain configuration in this profile. But anyway, let's quick look at what we're doing. Oh, wrong button. We're at Shelby, and we're loading here. You're going to see under a combine, which is super cool. Now, we haven't picked the load up yet, but we're going down, I believe we're going down to Bozeman, to this site here. Yeah, there it is. There's the red flag. So, yeah, let's see how we get on. And we're going to back up under this combine here and get loaded directly from a combine, not a grain hopper or anything. So, the fact that it's going to fill our trailer is a little weird, but it could be one of those modded Farm Sim 22 hoppers where you have the enormous hopper capacity on mods, which is kind of weird too. Anyway, it's quite a steep little hill. We drove down and back up here. I just backed up into the spot. Ooh, man, excuse me. That was rude. How do you know I just walked back my supper? So this should start loading here. And it's wheat, so it's going to go in pretty quick. Did we hit? Yeah, we hit 50 before we even... Probably going to get all the way to our 100 without stopping. No, maybe not. There we go.
We owe it to our children to have you arrive safely.
That's pretty cool. Didn't even really stop except for the change of direction. And now, got this little... This is the part I liked about driving grain trucks, was getting them off the field. What's our weight here? It's only, well, 59,000. You get an underpowered grain truck overloaded. Trying to get it off the field was, without assistance, was what it was all about for me. Anyway, I really enjoyed that challenge. It was about all the enjoyment there is in running a grain truck to and from the elevator. The elevator or bin, whatever you're doing with it. Oh, we were taking it right to the elevator. Which wasn't real far away. It was like 5 miles. So, oh, look at that. I wonder if you can load out this combine too. These lads are just out having a chat. So the other thing I wanted to get done for this video, PNG was updated recently, and I didn't get my update yet. So we will get a PNG update video going soon too, as well as a video on the Hell Creek Payware server, which is now up to, there'll be a third one coming online that's going to be a 32 slot server. So it'll have 32 opportunities for somebody to join, which is pretty cool. Now, I don't know if we're going to get dynamic unloading at Bozeman.
400 meters. Turn right.
We were going to see. I can't imagine. Well,
Turn right.
unless they put a grate in the ground. Boy, it's a stormy looking day. It's kind of weather we've been having a lot of lately. That's supposed to change next week. Starting Saturday, it's going to be clear, more or less. Going to be hot and sunny on Sunday. Still haven't figured out what car show I want to go to. If any, it all depends where they are and who's all going.
In 400 meters, turn right.
But that 32-man convoy sounds pretty interesting. You know,
Turn right.
I'd like to try it just to see what goes on.
Turn left.
Oh, that was close. That guy pulled out over the line. He was gonna go, and then he wasn't waiting around. He's like one of those motorists that can see 5 feet in front of their vehicle and nothing more. And they can't project what's going to happen. Like, oh, this trailer's going to come close to the intersection. Maybe I better wait till I got room. There's the truck. I can go. But they don't extrapolate to see where that trailer's going to go. End up getting themselves in a world of hurt. Hanging a left up here.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Okay. What do we got going on here?
Turn left.
I had it off. That's a Slav Jerry engine for sure. I'm just trying to remember. I think it's a C12. I don't think it's the 3406B. I think I was wanting to put the 3406B in. Maybe I didn't for some reason, or maybe I'm not driving the truck I intended to drive, because I was test fitting the skin on all the different cabs I've got in this profile. And I think I've got, at least 6, at least 3 379s and 3 389s in here. So high roofs, day cabs. Oh, I probably have 7 altogether. In 48 and 63/72, depending on the truck. 63 and 72 being the same size sleeper, but depends what truck they're on, how they measure it. So 63 on a 379, 72 on a 389. Oh boy, other big news here. While I was waiting for supper, I had a little look at, I was watching YouTube, and there was a, I don't know who the dude was. He was a farm sim guy, and he was watching pre-release videos of, and from Giant Software of FS25 in advance of, what do they call it? FarmCon 24, which is this weekend coming up. And they were showing clips from FS25. It looked pretty cool. They spent considerable time with the appearance, and it's hard to say what the gameplay is actually going to be like. You don't know what kind of killer PC those guys have to show you the, you know, the giant software, what they run that thing on. But I'm kind of tempted. I haven't tried Farm Sim in an awful long time. Year and a bit. Year and 3-4 months, maybe. I would like to log in with this PC and see how it does compared to my old one. See what happens. Oh, just went under the shadow of that big old airliner. It's up there somewhere. But yeah, rice is going to be a new crop in Farm Sim. Yeah, so getting back to this skin, I've got to test the alignment on everything. I think this flat top sleeper caps. Oh, she's getting in that guy's lane. I haven't checked it in the without those fairings on, because I mean, time. It was another one of those days, folks, and I had to run off to the shipping agent, ship off a set of trailing arms and stuff, and that just, you know, it's a fair drive. And other stuff. Oh, the other thing I worked on today, which took a little while, was putting all of Steam back on my C drive. Now they got the bigger C drive. So now I've got all the game files and everything else, and all back on my C drive. Took it off. Geez, quite a while ago. That old drive was getting kind of full. That seems all right. It's running all right. Still getting, you know, the stutters and stuff. Maybe not quite as bad. Yeah, there we go. Still doing it. But I got to also remember to get after finishing up my cruising Nebraska, or whatever you call the event. Discover Nebraska. Got 3 more cities to do. Been that way for a month now. Must be getting after it. So to many of you guys out there watching, do many of you play Farm Sim? Is the question. Gonna have to really spend some time, and sorry, I should say I would imagine that the game update to this new version may introduce some new equipment and maybe some new controls or whatever, but the existing control set, as I've only ever played Farm Sim 22. I haven't played any of the old ones. I'm not an old hand. I don't know what happens when it goes to a new version. Do they change the controls, and does anything, you have to remap a bunch of stuff every time it updates, or is it just seamless? The reason I'm asking, because it takes me a long time to set Farm Sim up with all of this stuff here, all these switches, and I got the 2 joysticks. the for the logging, and I guess I never did. I bought the construction equipment pack, but that was right at the time I kind of gave up on the game because I was just getting annoyed with the performance. But my PC is much stouter now, so maybe I'd have better luck. But the PC specs for the game are fairly low. Man, that was some huge stuttering there. Oh shoot, we're supposed to take a photo along here somewhere. Oh, and at the tail end of the video yesterday, I mentioned he helped me make the decision, although I more or less just talked myself into it. That was going with the black instead of the green lower down. And this truck is wearing that change with the black. I'm pretty happy with it, so we'll get a look at it here. But first of all, I'm going to grab that photograph. I see a likely spot along here somewhere. Big old U-turn coming up here. Not really a U-turn, I guess, just a very long corner on the road. Might be a good place to set up and take one. Ooh, there's some kind of something going on up ahead. Let's just get that photo. Maybe a bit of creek in the background if that's what's on our left. Oh, right here. Well, it just occurred to me taking the photo, I don't have the painted front bumper on here, and I've got chrome side skirts, and I thought I'd just decorate the truck up a little more because, you know, I was testing out all the painted parts in yesterday's video. Oh, the game is surging right now. Oh, why is it doing that? Yeah, let's do it. Wow, what a failure. Got 100 frames per second. Oh, wow. I really hope for all our patience they reward us with some fantastic update through all of this sort of nonsense we've been going through the last few weeks, because look at that. We had when 150 came out, it was performing, wasn't great. It was okay. Then it got a little worse. Then it got really good. And now it's bad again. But what on earth are they doing? It would be nice if they would just pipe up and say something. Dudes, this is what we're working on. Have some patience. They never do. Just leave it to everybody to get all annoyed with them.
Keep left.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, C12 for sure. Still on that downshift. Yeah, after the weekend I'll have to, or maybe I should get in touch with, oh man, that's surging. Drive me crazy. Have to mention, see if my old farming buddy Grant has been keeping up to date with the news over there. So it sounds like they haven't changed the game engine. They've just made improvements or whatever. So that doesn't speak well for it. But that's what SCS has done here too. 60 miles to go. Pretty good shape. We haven't got the hurry up, so I think that means we're going to be fine. I don't think there's any more hills after that one. Oh, now it's 45 mile an hour along here. But, oh, we didn't see the sign, officer. He says an opportunity to make a mile here. Ooh, a couple beeps there. So I think I started to say a little earlier in yesterday's video about this trucky thing where it says, you know, I get real stats in green type, and then it'll down on the overlay, and then it'll say in orange nearly race if you're, you know, on the verge of getting race miles, and you hear those beeps, and then when you get, you know, get out of the throttle, it'll go back to real stats. And I haven't gotten race miles since installing this option, and pretty sure it will say race stats or something. And I guess the idea there is, like, if you're driving for miles for the company and you just started the trip and you don't want to go 3,000 miles on race miles for no contribution, you have the option, like, you know that those miles aren't going to count. So it's up to you to make a decision.
And then exit right.
Do I just abandon that load and start again and be more careful?
Exit right.
Or you just, you know, obviously you can carry on and deliver the load, not take the, what is it? I think is it 12 or 16,000 bucks?
Keep right.
I think it's $12,000
right.
it costs to abandon a load. If you don't want to do that. Boy, the stuttering though. I was hoping that
Turn right.
this might have got a little bit better with the getting everything back on one drive, but hasn't made any difference. I'd say that's pretty disappointing.
Continue straight.
That light lasting is, how big is that chance? Oh boy, oh no, not that good. Oh boy. So, yeah, so the bumper will be black, the tank's black, the fenders are black, or sorry, the steps. And I just put all the, you know, the DOT stuff and the company name on the tank. And that way it's pretty easy to put it on all the different cabs. The bumper on the back is black, but the front one is, oh yeah, it's black as well. So it actually, when you go all paint on those items, it looks pretty good actually, in my view. We're stuck in the foliage here. But so I'll get this out by the weekend for sure. Hopefully later today, as you're watching this, it's mostly checking that I have to do on the various cabs, and the day cab definitely doesn't line up at the back of the cab. I know that for a fact. I just gotta check everything else and
Keep right. And then turn right.
make sure it's all good.
Turn right.
I'll slurp my ginger ale here. Just don't mind me.
Continue straight.
I don't very often drink pop, and I decided to have a glass with supper just for giggles, and forgot how good that is. Well, we're about to find out if we get dynamic loading at both ends of this trip. Okay, oh geez, the big news. God dang it, I didn't even... I should have told you right at the beginning. So, and I've mentioned it, I've alluded to it, that there's the mod trucks, the mod truck cargoes are gonna come out of the main map, and they're on an add-on. So I'm using that add-on in test version of the map right now. So this map version that I'm driving has got a whole bunch more stuff in it, by the way, in the current release. But it also has no mod trailers in it, but there's an add-on that goes just, so it's back to 2 parts if you want to use mods. Just a single map if you don't use mod trailers. Anyway, yeah, and then that has the various mod trucks in it, mod trailers rather. And so that's kind of interesting. It seems to work pretty good. And once again, it was nice to pull up to Shelby and load Rudis Wilson here with no issues. But
Continue
I had
straight.
yesterday when it didn't work. I didn't see that. Ah, we're good. So I had Pister's Timpy in here with it, and so I took it out and boom, dynamic loading. So in my Pister profile, I'm gonna have to go in there and make sure I don't have a Ruda hopper.
Keep right.
Or
And pin.
anybody
Turn
else's. I don't know where Bart's getting at with the SWC hopper. Well, boy, would it ever be awesome to pick up loads in that. I guess I'll have to ask him. I hate to bug him, but he's such a nice guy. He's approachable, you know, and I don't want to take liberties with his time. Let's see, I wonder where... Yeah, they'd have to have pretty much a grate in the ground for you to drive over, so I don't think we're going to get dynamic unloading. There's our little flag on the ground.
In
To
400
the left
meters.
here.
Turn left. Turn left.
So we got lots of... It looks like there'd probably be dynamic loading here. That elevator right there.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Or auger, I guess. Oh, let's play it safe. Straight ahead. Oh my god, is that ever anticlimactic? Oh well. Can you imagine, you know, the little message there, to skip parking the trailer and complete the delivery, press, in my case, button 23. You will miss precise parking bonus. Ooh, 25 points for just pulling up here. I think we'll take the 25 points. That's a funny old message, that one, in a situation like this. Well, there we go. 346. 726. Oh, trailer maneuvering bonus was 30 points. Wow. They're giving it away. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy with the direction this thing's going. And then with the black rear bumper, oh, we can't really see there. Let's dismiss the trailer real quick. excuse me, I'll show you what's going to happen at the back. It's going to be a little different than anything I've really done before. So, but I'm good with it. What have we got up here? Dismiss it. There we go. Back in the truck. And so, like, it's just capped off with the it's a black bumper, and it just has, you can have the paint cap, and that cap, I don't know where the heck it is on the template. There's really nothing to be done with it. So it actually looks pretty good with, if you just go standard, it'll be black. It just won't be gloss, or you go chrome, and that looks pretty good. So, you know, I was thinking, oh yeah, I could put the frame stripes on and the deck plate stripes and everything, but you know, I do that all the time. And I thought, well, it's not about the little details. It's not about pinstriping. It's about the fade on the paint. And it's the contrast between the yellow, the bright green, and the faded dark to light green and black. That's the whole attraction right there. The bit of graphics on the hood. That's what it's about. So I thought, nah, it's just getting too busy. It doesn't fit. The pinstripes didn't fit with the rest of it. And I hope you agree, but regardless, I think it's kind of a striking looking skin with the black. I think it's interesting. Black tank panel down there. And then, of course, you can have pure black steps. You can have the tanks fully black. You can have the side panels and bumper and grill shell if you want. And no, wait a minute. The grill's going to be painted. That's right. It's got the fade in it still. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to bore you to death here. And once again, my apologies for mixing things up and saying things that just weren't so in yesterday's video. And I hope we set the record straight today. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care and bye for now.